Thank you so much, Mr. Gnanendra, and thank you so much, Mr. Rajiv Garg, for doing the honors. So, our next speaker for the day is none other than Mr. Rajiv Garg, who shall be speaking on the topic how to maximize agent productivity and reshape the customer experience. So, Mr. Rajiv Garg is the lead solution engineer of Salesforce. He is a Service Cloud Specialist for Salesforce India and has over 14 years of experience in customer service technologies and has worked with organizations like Freshworks, 24/7 AI, etc. He has worked with companies across industries to help them in their digital transformation strategies to enable effective customer and employee experiences. So, can we all please welcome Mr. Rajiv on the dais with a huge round of applause.
And thanks for being here. Sandeep and Gyanendra have set a good context for the rest of the day on how we can improve customer experience with various technologies and use of data and AI. My name is Rajiv. I'm part of the Service Cloud Specialist team at Salesforce. And today, I will be talking about how you can maximize agent productivity and reshape customer experience with data and AI. This is the most beautiful slide of my presentation, but as a company policy, I have to give a quick reminder that we are a publicly traded company, and we urge you to make your purchasing decisions based on the currently available products and services. And in true Salesforce fashion, I would like to thank you all for being here. I would like to thank you, all the partners, all our customers, because today we are what we are because of you all. All right. We are in a new world where customer expectations and the competitive pressures is rising. Previous growth tactics, like increasing your digital spend or your channel spend, is no longer an option because the budgets are tighter than ever, the customer acquisition cost is increasing, and ROI is being tightly scrutinized. Not just this, with technologies like predictive AI and generative AI, customer expectations are resetting and opening up a whole new realm of what is possible. It is no longer about selling products, acquiring app downloads, or solving an isolated customer issues. Gone are the days when you can actually provide a long wait time, one-size-fits-all content journeys, and solve an isolated problems. The key to success in this new world lies in our ability to anticipate customer needs and provide the customer experience when they need it. As per the research, 1 in 3 customers will switch brand with just one bad experience. So for us to provide a great experience in every moment is now more important than ever. And how do we do this? As Gyanendra mentioned, we have to move away from a product focus or a channel focus to a customer focus. We have to put customer at the center of everything that we do. But it is very easier said than done. The true power is not in the data itself, but it is in our ability to how we transform it into an extraordinary experiences. With every click, every swipe, every tap, customer is leaving their digital footprint. It is up to us how we capture that and transform it into a customer experience. There are over 1,000 applications in any given organization to capture the data, to make sense of that data and use it through different applications and different use cases like sales, service, marketing, commerce, and so on. But we help you to know your customer, to understand their needs, and then act on it. Let me show you how. With the capabilities like Salesforce Data Cloud, which captures the customer data from every different application, be it sales, service, marketing, and so on, we allow you to create a unified profile, single view of the customer with Customer 360. And once you know your customer, we help you understand their needs and their goals and their aspirations, right? And once you know their aspirations and needs, we allow how you act on it. And you can act on it in real time using the power of AI. And providing customer experience is not just about at one point in time. We have to look at customer experience throughout their journey. When they are a prospect, when you are targeting them, when you onboard them, when you're providing service, and when you want to retain them for life and build loyalty. All of those things can be done with the capabilities of one unified platform like Data Cloud and Salesforce service application. Let me give you an example on how you do it. We're all watching World Cup these days, right? Let's take an example of a fictitious streaming company. And let's assume that their streaming services go down. In the absence of a unified platform where you have all the data in place, you have to figure out who are the customers that are impacted. What is the time frame of that impact? You have to create a list of those customers, create an email, and then send it out to them. And by that time, it will already take a couple of days or maybe a week to figure out who the customers are impacted, and they're already losing the experience. But with the capabilities like Data Cloud, it can ingest data from all your different applications, be it your internal Salesforce applications like sales, service, marketing, commerce, or from external data sources that you have. And with out-of-the-box connectors like Service Data Bundle, you already know who are your customers. So you can create one unified profile of that customer. And when you already have segmented your customers into the customers who are impacted or the customers who are in your top tier and need a good experience, you can use capabilities like predictive AI and generative AI to generate responses instantly. And since you have their data, you know what is the channel of their preference, whether it's WhatsApp or email or any other channel. And you can send out a response immediately to them that there is an outage and we'll be back in a couple of hours or whatever. You can also use AI capabilities to figure out what is their propensity to churn, right? So you create a segment of those customers who have a high propensity to churn or who are part of the high tier, and then you can provide them a personalized white glove experience during the time of incident. Not just that, it is also important to transform your contact center into a profit center. How you use every opportunity when a customer is connecting with you and transform it into an opportunity to cross-sell and upsell. In this same example, when you already know who is the customer and you know what segment they belong to, you can use every opportunity of good customer service to cross-sell and upsell with the next best action and the recommendations powered by AI. And at the same time, you can also build a knowledge base which is very, very personalized to that particular customer using generative AI capabilities. So when customer comes and search for a particular information about the services that they're using, you can provide them an opportunity, or you can have an opportunity to cross-sell and upsell to them. I've talked a lot about data because a good data is important for a good AI strategy. And every business transformation is an AI transformation. And a good AI needs good data. You cannot just jump on the AI bandwagon without having a good data in place. We are in an AI revolution, and we see that there are 4 major waves of AI. It started with predictive AI. At Salesforce, we pioneered the AI for CRM. We started our AI foundation almost a decade back in 2014, and over the years, we have made huge advancements in terms of what we can provide to our customers, along with capabilities and acquisitions that we have made during the way. The second way, which we are in already right now, is generative AI, right? We are using Bard and ChatGPT almost on a daily basis, and we want to use those capabilities in our businesses as well. The third way, which is already upon us, is autonomous and agents, where you not just ask questions to the bots, but you can also use that capability to perform tasks for you. And the wave 4 will be artificial general intelligence, where bots can plan, can think, and perform actions just like as we humans do. But AI is changing our world, specifically in the generative AI capability. It is changing how we work. If you look at how we work traditionally, we have a UI UX where you go and click on a particular button. Now that is being replaced with conversation. We use NLP capabilities to interact with the system and give our inputs in a natural language. When you click on a button, it used to execute a code at the back end, which will perform an action or generate a response for you. Instead of that, we now have prompts. If you're using generative AI, you will be very well aware of what is prompt and hallucinations and all of those things are. So we provide a prompt. And instead of data-driven, we are now data-grounded. So what it essentially means is when you're using capabilities like Gen AI, you have to ground it in the data of your business, of your company, of your customers. So the responses that are generated by Gen AI are specific to the customer needs and to personalized to customer requirements. But companies can't just jump on AI bandwagon because although it is the #1 priority for all the CEOs that we have spoken to, 52% of the consumer believe that AI is not safe and secure. And the reason for that is the AI trust gap. Now, what is this AI trust gap? #1 problem that most of the companies have is the islands of data. They are disconnected systems, so you don't have a one unified profile or one unified view of the customer. And as I mentioned earlier, a good AI needs good data. So you have to bring in and consolidate all the data into one platform to build your AI strategy. The second biggest problem is LLMs are taking away your data. Whether you are using OpenAI or Anthropic or Cohere, once you create a prompt and send your data to those LLMs, you will lose control over that. Now that becomes a publicly available information, and LLMs can use that data for training and monitoring purposes. The third biggest problem is hallucinations. Now, AI is trained on the data which is already there in the system, and sometimes when you ask a question, it might be possible that the data is not, or the response that AI is generated is not accurate, is not up to date, and there could also be scenarios where AI is just making things up. And finally, there are biases and toxicity. We've all seen how AI can be harmful in some of the scenarios. In fact, in last few technology waves, we have seen that we have to be very careful when we adopt such technologies. We at Salesforce have really thought through this because trust is our number one value, and we have specifically created what we call as the Einstein trust layer. Now, this actually takes care of all the trust gap that any company would face. So how we solve for it? If you're using Salesforce, you can create a prompt for any of the application, be it sales, service, marketing, and so on. So it starts with a prompt, right? When you create a prompt, it is a very generic prompt. Okay, give me the order details of Rajiv. But if you ask this question to OpenAI directly, the response will be very, very generic. How do you make it personalized and contextual to that customer? You do that by retrieving your secure data in the CRM, right? So for example, if you're using Salesforce, you can bring out customer data, company data from that. And then we do the dynamic grounding. We ground the prompt with the information that is specifically there in the CRM to make it more personalized. But we can't just send all the data to the LLMs. So we have to use the sophisticated data masking technology. So if you want to mask the Aadhaar number or a PAN card, you can do that with data masking technology. And then when the prompt goes out and the response is generated by the LLM model, the response comes back. We at Salesforce have an agreement with OpenAI and all other LLM models that LLMs will not be storing any data that goes from Salesforce. Be it a prompt or a response, everything will be forgotten as soon as the response is generated. So we have the zero retention policy with most of the LLMs. And when I say models, we are not stuck or we are not joined to one single LLM. We have provided a unified API gateway, so you can use any LLM of your choice. So if you want to use OpenAI, you can use that, or Anthropic, or Cohere, or if you're building your own LLM model within your organization, let's say on Google or Amazon Bedrock, you can bring those LLMs as well. Once the response is generated, we also do a toxicity detection, right? So we don't trust or we don't rely on the LLM model to do the toxicity detection. We have our own toxicity standards, and we do that toxicity detection. And finally, audit trail. Since we are not storing any information in the LLM, we will keep the data in our trust layer for future references and for future requirements. So this is how the Einstein trust layer will take care of all the hallucinations and toxicities and all other AI trust gap that we have seen. I talked about the wave 3, which is autonomous agents. We at Salesforce have announced Einstein 1 Copilot. Einstein 1 Copilot is an autonomous personal assistant for every Salesforce app user. Whether you are a sales user or a service or a marketing or a commerce, you have your own assistant which will not only provide you answer but also execute a task. For example, if you are a sales rep and if you want to update an opportunity close date, so you can just give a command in your natural language that close my biggest opportunity for this quarter and update the close date to 28th October. Einstein Copilot can go ahead and do that. So we are not looking at the AI only for the end customer point of view. We're also looking at improving the productivity of the users who are internal to the organization, be it sales, service, and so on. Apart from Einstein 1 Copilot, we have also announced Einstein 1 Copilot Studio. With Einstein 1 Copilot Studio, you get two major capabilities. One is Prompt Builder, and the other one is the Skills Builder. Now, Prompt Builder allows you to ground your prompt and create reusable prompts which can be used across your organization. So I gave you an example of how grounding works. So you can use Prompt Builder to create the prompts which are more contextual and personalized to the customer. And the second is Skill Builder. It is not just about getting a response from AI or generating a response from AI. It is also important how you use this generative AI capabilities and perform actions. So if you're already using Salesforce, the already proven capabilities like flows, APIs, Apex, you can use all of those capabilities within your prompt so that you can go and perform an action. So if you want to fetch the real-time data, you can do that. If you want to fetch the real-time status of any of the orders and so on, you can do that with Skills Builder. How all of this comes together. Salesforce Service Cloud, as you know, is already a #1 customer service platform. We are providing one single unified platform for all customer service use cases, be it customer service, field service, self-service. And we are adding the power of data, AI, and automation to provide you scale, productivity, and savings. We allow you to provide unified experience or a seamless experience across the channels that you want. We provide engagement capabilities on whatever channels you prefer, whether it is your traditional channels of email or phone, or the new age channels like WhatsApp, social media, and so on. Also, with the productivity capabilities, we provide agents to streamline the processes, automate the processes, and improve the customer service, and have the savings in place. I just want to conclude with this case study of Formula One. So if you watch Formula, if you're a fan of Formula One, you would have seen Salesforce logo there. We are a global partner of Formula One. Before Formula One approached Salesforce, they had different systems for sales, service, marketing, and so on. With Salesforce, we onboarded them on Data Cloud and provide one single platform for all of these business scenarios. So now they have over 1 billion online viewers and 500 million fans across the globe. With Salesforce, we provide same personalized unified experience to all the customers at the point in time. With Salesforce, they've been able to see 88% satisfaction, 86% first call resolution, and 99.6% email delivery rate. So that is the power of one single unified platform for your customer needs. With that, I would like to say thank you for your time, and it was a pleasure speaking to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rajiv Garg. That was a very insightful session. The floor is open for Q&A for Mr. Rajiv Garg. So in case anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask him. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Rajiv Garg. Once again, I would like to invite Mr. Rajiv Nagarajan, DGM and Head Social Media Airtel to do the honors. Can we all please put our hands together for Mr. Rajiv Garg?